Hello everybody, thank you for coming to this week's video blog here at California Realty Training. My name is Robert Rico, hoping to bring some great information for you to take on to your real estate career. I'm excited for you. I hope you're excited for yourself and getting into this beautiful career that can change your life. And you will be changing other people's life by helping them get their house or sell it with your awesome assistance. Now listen, today's topic, it's a pretty cool one. If you have buyers who are anticipating or planning on buying a house for 2018, well, 2018 is not far away from now, so you have to get prepared. 2018, right around the corner. Got it? So this is what you want to do. If you have a buyer who wants to purchase a house first thing of the year, 2018, what should they do? Here's a few things they may want to consider doing before 2018 gets here, because before you know it, it will be here. Number one, and when purchasing a property, you don't just go into properties, take a preview them and say, I want to buy this one. You got to consider a few things like money, their finances. To buy a house, there's a few things that a buyer must have, must. They must have a down payment. Depending on their loan, they must have a down payment. They must consider closing costs. That's a complete different batch of money. So first the down payment, then you have to consider closing costs. Now you have two banks of money that they must have. And then, of course, there might be moving costs. So there's some fees involved here. So they have to have that money ready in the bank. They must have it readily available if they want to move by 2018. So let's make sure that your client, your buyer, has money put away to make this happen. Number two, they may want to keep one eye on the interest rates. Who doesn't want to buy a house with a great interest rate? Having a great interest rate, what does that do with the payment? That's right, it makes the payment a lot less. Just 1 point less in the interest rate will make a substantial amount of difference in the mortgage payment. It'll make it that much less. A 4% interest rate compared to a 5% interest rate sounds like it's not a big deal. 4, 5, sounds like no big deal. It is a big deal in the lending industry. That 1 point, that 1%, can drastically change that mortgage payment. So keep an eye on the interest rate. Who can advise us, hey, now is a great time to buy, interest rates are low, go lock in a loan? Who can give us that information? That's right, a lender. Next thing I want you to do is go find yourself a great lender. Lenders are amazing. When it comes to buying, you gotta have a solid one. Have a solid lender. They know all the products out there. And by products, I mean the loan types. They'll be able to advise you, hey, today's interest rate is this amount. You should buy now, lock it in now. They might tell you, no, wait, don't lock it in yet. Don't buy a house quite yet. I feel that the economy is going to slow down some, and which will create a drop in interest. Who knows what's going to happen, but the lender will give you the advice. So find yourself a great lender. Another good thing that you might want to do, and it's probably the best thing you want to do before you go out and start showing properties, is get the buyer pre-approved. That's huge. Get the buyer pre-approved. Now what does that mean? It means the lender has sat down with the buyer, they've met. After reviewing all of the buyer's information, the lender will decide if they're good enough to go, if they're good enough to buy a house, if they are pre-approved. Now when it comes to pre-approval, there's a big difference between pre-approval and pre-qualified. Remember that. Pre-qualified, it's verbal. The buyer gave verbal information. Pre-approved, the buyer has given the lender solid, concrete information. They have verified that information. The buyer has given the lender their employment information. The buyer has given the lender taxes. The buyer has given the lender paycheck stubs. The buyer has given the lender everything the lender wants to see. That's called pre-approval. That's good to go. That's what you want. The next step for a buyer to do, of course, is to find themselves a great realtor, a great salesperson. The most crucial step, the one that you're going to be involved with. Now you're hoping it's you. But believe it or not, when it comes to home buying, the home buyer wants to have a nice, solid, experienced, educated realtor. Now, are you that person? When they contact you, be ready, be prepared. We talked about this in the previous vlog. They might be interviewing. You might just be one being interviewed. So be prepared, be ready. Thanks again for coming to this week's video blog. We're so glad you came. It was nice seeing you. Hope to see you next week. If you have any questions or concerns, do us a favor, do yourself a favor. Leave the questions or concerns down below in the comment section. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe. See you next week. Have a great day.